Greetings and salutations, YouTube land. People back at it with another unboxing video. Today I have for you something I initially wasn't going to actually record, but this box is a massive lot of pro wrestling DVDs I picked up on eBay. And this box actually, there's one DVD in here which was honestly the main thing that interested me in the lot. That ends an over 20-year-long quest of mine. Wow. So I do collect wrestling DVDs because I don't trust streaming. They're just going to shut most of the good stuff down. We all know it. And I try to get as many as I can. I've got a decent-sized collection. Needs to be organized. And I was searching eBay just randomly one day and came across this lot that had a DVD that I've literally, like I said, it's the last one needed for a set, and I've spent 20 years looking for it. All right. I think I've waited long enough, so let's go to the unboxing. Chomp, thank you. It's going to take me a minute to cut into, so while I'm doing that, make sure you give this video that big thumbs up. I honestly wasn't sure if people would even be interested in watching just a bunch of DVDs get unboxed. So if this is something you would like to see more of in the future, make sure you give me that like. Lets me know what you guys enjoy. If I didn't just cut into something. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite DVD in this lot was. And if you've ever spent decades chasing that one thing to finish off a collection. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any videos. And have that bell on, but you should just do that automatically, really. Okay, here we go. This initially they were asking, I think, a little over 100 for this lot. I favorited it, wait a couple days, and they sent me an offer for like, it was like 86 or something random. And with shipping, it ended up being basically 100, so I went for it. I think there's 36 DVDs in here, so that should be like, like $3 a DVD. So a good price. And a good chunk of these I didn't have. So up first we have Kane, The Twisted Disturbed Life of. It's a 3-disc set featuring, looks like some of his matches from the 2000s. Ambulance match, chain match, last man standing. That horrible first blood match. I should have planned ahead and had someplace to stack these. Next up, we have Over the Limit. Wish they'd put years on these things. Cena versus Batista, Orton versus Edge, Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston. This one I have from the vault. This feels very heavy. Oh. There's a bonus in here. Looks like a disc is missing. I already have this one anyway. This is Shawn Michaels' Boyhood Dream, or From the Vault. Bummer one of the discs is missing. I'm going to have to kind of check the others now as I go. TNA DVD. I don't have many of these. This is the best of 2007. Kurt Angle versus Sting. LAX versus Triple X. James Storm versus Chris Harris. A couple of Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe matches. I never actually got to watch a lot of TNA, so I'm excited for that one. Ah, and we have another TNA one. Hard Justice 2007. Angle versus Samoa Joe with every TNA title on the line. A Doomsday Chamber of Blood match with Sting, Abyss, and Andrew Martin versus Christian Cage, AJ Styles, and Tomka. I can't read that one. Team 3D versus the Steiners. That should be good. Not going to bother checking the condition on all of these. Most DVDs can handle actually a decent amount of scratches, so. We have Backlash. The cover they very much regret. It's like the replay after WrestleMania 20 with versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack, and that hardcore match they had. Ooh. That one will be good. SummerSlam. Once again, put a year on these things, people. Edge versus Cena. Degeneration X versus Vince and Shane. Big Show versus Sabu for the... I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. Multi-disc. WWO World Wrestling Organization Lucha Libre. These are very plain discs in here. I don't even know if this is going to play on my player. It's all in Spanish, but supposedly it has Rey Mysterio, Super Parker, Dr. Wagner, Blue Panther, Damien 666, of course, Mil Mascaras. Looks like maybe Masquerita Sagrada's on there. I like Lucha. That'll be fun. Oh, this one's... The case is kind of shattered. This is the history of WrestleMania 1 through 9. Looks like it's mostly highlights from the first 9 WrestleManias. Probably will never watch that. Another TNA one. Victory Road in 2004. Wow. Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. Petey Williams versus AJ Styles. Ooh, Raven's on here. Versus Monty Brown and versus Abyss. Both discs. That one will be fun. Hell yeah. Stone Cold Saga continues. Ooh, the DVD features web links to WWF sites. Wonder if any of those actually work. Not sure if these are just information about or actual matches. That'll be fun to watch. I think I have... I hate those covers. I think I have this one. This is the Best of SmackDown 10th Anniversary. Yeah, basically just 3 discs of highlights from SmackDown. No Mercy. Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. Triple H versus Kane. Rob Van Dam versus Ric Flair. We're not even halfway through, folks. There's a lot in here. This one's actually sealed still. Allied Powers, the world's greatest tag teams. I'm not 100% sure if I have this one or not. I didn't look. And honestly, at that price, I don't mind a few duplicates, because $3. I can throw them into a giveaway in the future or something. Some of these Superstars of Wrestling DVDs. I don't know if you guys remember these. I know Walmart had like a ton of them, and like that big bin they used to have of like the cheap DVDs. This one has one on Booker T, the early years, and then Superstars of Yesteryear. I have at least one, if not both of these. I know a lot of the Booker T ones actually came from like Global, which was cool because I liked them a lot. Just the title tells you exactly when this DVD was made. OMG, the top 50 incidents in WCW history. Should be fun. The very best of Sting. This should be pretty cool, actually. Looks like some mix of matches and stuff. Shawn Michaels, My Journey. I think I have 3 of these. I honestly think there might be a law against selling a wrestling DVD lot without this DVD in it. New Year's Revolution from 2006. John Cena versus Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Masters versus Carlito versus Kane in the Elimination Chamber. Another TNA. It's funny, you don't usually see TNA DVDs in lots, so this is actually pretty cool. This is Against All Odds from 2005. Jeff Jarrett versus Kevin Nash for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Oh, it's in that era. Oops. Should prove fun. Triple H, the King of Kings. Don't think I have this one. It's a collection of some of his best matches against Mankind, Michaels, Batista, Cena. This is the one that I bought this lot for. FMW Final Encounter Backdraft. So when DVDs were actually pretty new and just getting hot, FMW signed with a company called Tokyo Pop to release some of their DVDs in the US. Unfortunately, they left Tokyo Pop a lot of wiggle room in how they did the DVDs, and the first few were atrocious. Check, I'm sure there's some footage somewhere around of they tried to make them edgier than they already were by like early 2000 standards. So like they had these 2 horrible commentators, and like they would cut to clips in the middle of a match and then just like not even like go back to the match. It was weird. I remember one of the guys would always do vignettes that were supposed to be about like teaching you how to wrestle, but it basically involved women who I'm pretty sure weren't actually wrestlers, putting them in very sexually suggestive poses. And like just horrible, like the like lowest brow, like imagine jokes that Andrew Dice Clay would reject. That's the kind of stuff they were saying on commentary. So I kind of skipped buying these new because the first few were so bad. And I kept trying to get the set anyway because I'm a collector and I'm sick. And the later ones, they actually fixed the commentary so they were better because there was so much backlash. But this was the final one they released, and I didn't want to pay full price for them just because I wasn't sure how good they would be. And I think this is one of the ones that was, yeah. If you see it says Hardcore Wrestling Made in Japan on the top, that means it has the crappy commentary on it. At least in all the ones I've watched. So I didn't want to pay full price because I knew I wasn't going to. I'd enjoy the matches, wouldn't enjoy listening to it. But for some stupid reason, I could never find this one. It was always just ridiculous. Like, even on Amazon, like, later when the other ones would be like $2 or $3, this one was like 30 to 40 for some reason. So I've been hunting it forever. I finally can finish my FMW set. It's a shame they didn't do better because there was a lot of cool stuff I would have liked to have had to see and that I don't really have access to anymore. Wrestling's Greatest High Flyers. I don't know why on earth they have Shawn Michaels versus Vader on here. Ricky Steamboat versus Brian Pillman. That was a good match. Eddie Guerrero versus Dean Malenko. That is a freaking classic. Another FMW one. This one I already have, so this will go into my trade giveaway pile. It says Rule the Asylum. This is world title matches. I think the Gladiators on there. Ladder match 2, Crash and Burn. More than 20 ladder matches, including The Rock versus Mankind, Eddie Guerrero versus Six, Undertaker versus Edge in a TLC match. Cool. Yeah. I love me some ladder matches, so this will be a fun one to watch. WrestleMania 25. This was Triple H versus Randy Orton. Oh, and this is one of Undertaker and Shawn's matches. Some good matches on there. Think I might have this one already. And even if I don't, I do now. Yeah, like I said, I got a good deal on these. A collection of the War Games matches. So this should actually be really cool, as most of these were incredible. The Ultimate Ric Flair collection. Once again, I think it's illegal to sell a wrestling DVD lot without that. I've got a couple of them. A Bound for Glory with Jeff Jarrett versus Rhino in the main event, with Tito Ortiz as the special guest referee. WrestleMania 26, which was Batista versus Cena, Jericho Edge. Oh, this is that Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon. Absolute dog on it. I'm trying to get all of the WrestleManias, so I don't mind. Speaking of, WrestleMania 23, which is Cena Michaels, Batista Undertaker, and the Battle of the Billionaires. Yet another TNA. This is Turning Point from 2004. Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall versus the Macho Man Randy Savage, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy. I wonder if this is one of Macho's last matches. I remember what year he died. WrestleMania 21. Pretty sure I have this one. Like I said, it'll end up in a trade giveaway pile. So there's Triple H versus Batista and JBL versus Cena. And it has the sumo match. And finally, No Mercy from 2003, which has Undertaker, Lesnar, Angle, Cena. Oh, I remember this. This one had Vince versus Stephanie McMahon, and they actually got fined because Baltimore, where this event took place, has a law on the books against intergender wrestling. So if you don't know, Baltimore actually has some really strict rules regarding pro wrestling. Balls Mahoney actually lost the right to work in the state of Maryland because of one match. So definitely some solid stuff in there. I am glad that I finally have that FMW set finished. How the heck were these all in here? I'll figure it out later. So yeah, where should I start? Which events do you guys recommend? Did anyone actually get through the end of this? I'm kind of curious. If you got to the end, right, I did it in the comments, so I'll know people actually watched all this. So this is a long one. All right. As always, we're excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And wrestling marathon at my place. I'll bring the videos. You guys bring the popcorn and Diet Pepsi. We'll have fun. Just someone help me find the dang Blu-ray remote. Please, the kids lost it again.